tight living quarters, trouble was looming in the ark. It was a fly that started the trouble. The fly who buzzed, at the mouse who squeaked, at the pig who grunted, at the cat who meowed, at the frog who croaked, at the parrot who quacked, at the snake who hissed, at the rooster who crowed, at the monkey who chattered, at the cow who mooed, at the lion who roared, at the elephant who trumpeted, at Noah who said,
But God hadn't forgotten about them. One day, God caused a warm wind to blow. The rain stopped and the water began to go down. Noah and his family and all those animals had all been together in the ark for almost a year. After 40 more days, Noah opened the window of the ark and let a raven fly out. He wanted to see whether it could find some dry ground. Noah waited and waited, but the raven never came back. So Noah tried again. This time he sent out a dove. The dove flew around and around, but it couldn't find any dry ground, and it had to come back. Noah waited 7 more days. Then he let the dove fly out again. Just then the dove flew in with an olive twig. The rain stopped amidst Noah's sighted land. Noah was delighted and shouted, Finally, God told Noah it was all right to leave the ark. Noah opened the door and all those animals rushed out. They found new homes in the world God had washed clean. God had saved them. God provided the ark and it had brought them all safely through the water and carried them to a new life. Noah was 601 years old when he left the ark. And was he ever glad to be walking on dry land again? At least it would seem very strange to us again. The ark was safely on dry ground again. A few minutes before, it was filled with growling, barking, honking, purring animals. Now the door was wide open, and the giant boat sat on a mountaintop, all empty and quiet. All the animals had rushed out the door to fill the earth again. So what was Noah doing? He was picking up rocks. He was so thankful to be alive, he was going to build an altar to God. So Noah piled up the rocks to build a fire on them. This was a sacrifice Noah offered to God to thank him for saving his life. It couldn't have been an easy thing to do either. But that's what people did in those long ago days. That way they would know that dealing with God is a very serious thing. God was pleased with Noah's sacrifice, but most of all, God was pleased that Noah was truly thankful. And so God made his promise to Noah. Never again will I destroy the world with a flood. I make this covenant with you and with all creatures. From this day on, there will always come a time for planting and a time for gathering up what was planted. Day will always follow night. The warm days of summer will always follow the cold and snow of winter, as long as the earth shall be.
God knew that there is something inside of each of us that tries to keep us from doing what is right. That is what causes all the trouble in the world. God also knew that one day He would send His Son to save us from that. God saved Noah and his family to show us that He has the power to save us all and one day bring us to a new life with Him in heaven. So God blessed Noah and his family. He told them to have many children and fill the earth with people again. He gave them the plants and the animals for food, and He made people the boss of everything on earth. And then God said to Noah, "Look up in the sky." Noah looked up. The storm clouds were drifting away. The bright sun was shining against Noah's back. And against the dark gray sky, God made a brilliant rainbow appear. God said to Noah, "You see, I have set my rainbow in the sky. This will be the sign of the covenant I have made with you and all creatures, never again to destroy the earth by a flood. It will always remind us of the promise between you and me. So the next time you see a rainbow, think of Noah and the flood. Remember that God loves you and that no matter how bad the storm, there will always come a bright new day. That is God's promise, and God always keeps His promises."